in the book, you talk about saying no to things. I have a big time problem with this. I say yes to too many things. And uh, what if something comes across and you say, hell yeah, that I want to do that. That sounds awesome. I want to spend my time there. But then it elicits fear and imposter syndrome. Like, how do you balance that? How do you get over that? Because you want to do this thing, but now you're your own blocker.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it might feel terrible, but in some ways that's actually a good problem to have, because the problem that a lot of people have is the much more pedestrian. I said yes, and now I realize this is like so boring and such a waste of time, and now I can't get out of it. So that's slightly more horrifying and more common. But if you have the sort of problem, I'll say in air quotes, of having said yes to something that's actually very cool, but it just is like stretching the limits of your ability and therefore making you uncomfortable. I mean, first of all, like, life is never going to be free of problems, right?
Mhm.
So we need to just like choose the better problem, and that's a much better problem to have. So I think in that case, it becomes a question of, it's sort of like a decision tree. It's like, okay, I don't know how to do this thing. Well, can I do this thing? I mean, I suppose there's a circumstance where you may have agreed to do something that, like, literally under no circumstances could you ever do. And in which case that would be unfortunate and you'd probably have to apologize and retreat pretty quickly. But in most cases, in most cases, people actually, they have enough sense to be like, if I'm like, hey, Travis, I'll give you $10 million if you can, jump 50 feet, you'll be like, wow, I'd really like, $10 million, but unless there's a trampoline involved, I can't jump 50 feet. Like, that's the case. In most cases, what people are stressed out about is that the thing that they have agreed to do, like, it's within the realm of possibility. It's not like it violates the laws of physics. It could be done, but they just haven't done it before, or they don't quite know how to do it. Let's call it like a 10 or 20% stretch from where they are. And if that's the case, then, the question just becomes, well, how do you figure out how to do it? Is there a person that you could ask? Is it a skills gap? Is it a knowledge gap? Like, are you just like literally not sure what the next step is? Or is it that you need to practice first? Like, okay, is there a way that prior to doing whatever the thing is, maybe it's, oh, Travis, will you keynote this big conference for 500 people? You're like, oh my God. Well, is there a place where you could speak to 10 people the week before so that you can practice your talk and get more comfortable? Like, what are the ways that you can make it happen? I think that this is also, a concept that, I talk about quite a bit in my first book, Reinventing You, which is probably especially relevant for winding road type people, because it is about career change and reinvention, is the importance of having a mentor board of directors. And, the reason that's important, frankly, is that we tend to be very aware of what our flaws are. And it's often much harder for us to see our strengths because we consider them to be normal, because we are our own baseline of normal. And so it really is helpful to have friends and colleagues that you trust around you who are able to say, actually, you can totally do that, Travis. I've seen you speak before. You're pretty good at this. Here, just, do this and this, and it'll be all good. So sometimes they can be the ones that talk you down from the ledge.